Gentlemen, we have arrived. I received these through our mutual contacts. No survivors. Especially not the doctor.
Trainer didn't come. He hadn't made it. Damn. Trainer supplied all the evidence he could, but is it going to be enough? Probably not, but the man did his best. Now, it is my job to continue the expose, reveal the truth, bend the rules, and let the British public know exactly what their taxes are spent on, and how so-called defence budgets are being spliced off into less traditional resources. Enclosed within this letter are documents which prove that the worst fears Trainer and I had about C-19 were entirely accurate. Poor old Sudbury has no idea. At the time of writing this, dear Elizabeth, I have no idea if it will be you who receives it. I hope it is. Forgive my necessary deviousness, but all tracks have to be covered. All prints wiped and tapes erased, as they say. Naturally, you will have no idea who I am, and that's probably for the best. Once you have all this information, you are equipped to deal with C-19, or at least sure someone will, maybe UNIT, if they're not too far involved themselves. Trust few people, my dear Elizabeth, for treachery thrives upon further treachery. I, meanwhile, will hopefully pass back into the faceless masses from whence I crawled. Poor Grand Trainer. He so craved medals and accolades for serving the public good. Told him he'd never get them, and I was quite sure this will all be swept away eventually, but as long as C-19 has been stopped, and his sacrifice will have been worth it. In my next and final report, I will try to supply you with exact names, dates, and faces. I'm off for now to shut them down. Au revoir, a friend.
Good morning, Sir Marmaduke.
Morning. Selim?
I need sleep, you know. Some privacy wouldn't go amiss either. I might want to pee.
We don't have time for such trivialities. I want her processed and passed to D-Wing ASAP. Is that understood?
Of course, Sir Marmaduke.
Peter, a word. Now.
Of course, Sir Marmaduke. Sir Marmaduke, how are you?
Waste, Peter. I cannot condone waste. Selim, please switch off that camera.
I didn't know you could do that.
Well, of course you didn't. You're not that important, you know. Your work here is on a need-to-know basis, Peter. And that's how it's going to stay. Could both of you wait outside while Dr. Morley and I discuss matters? Got a new one for you. A policewoman from down south. Look at this.
Sir Marmaduke, this has the unit seal over it. I'm not sure I'm cleared for this level of documentation.
So, I gave it to you. Ergo, you're cleared for it. Now read it.
Who is this doctor person?
Unit Scientific Advisor. Your equivalent. Have a look at some of the photographs.
Yes, I recognize the two women. The Dawson woman was a research assistant to old Scotty. I mean John Quinn at Wenley Moor Atomic Center. And Mrs. Squire was a farmer's wife. He died, I think.
And where was Mrs. Squire from?
Derbyshire, if I remember rightly.
And the connection is?
Wenley Moor. It's in Derbyshire. Quite close, in fact. Charles Lawrence was the director.
And Baker was his security officer, retired from the regular army after a little mishap in Northern Ireland at the back end of the last decade. The other parliamentary chappie was assigned to kill or cure the place. Got himself killed, of course, from a rather nasty plague that was eventually cured by this mysterious doctor person at UNIT. Now, there's another interesting thing about our two ladies from Derbyshire. What do you know of their symptoms?
I'm very sorry, Sir Marmaduke, but I was down here. I don't know that I ever saw them more than 2 or 3 times. I didn't even realize they were connected.
No, I suppose not. Just a couple of civvies caught up in something top secret and needing the special ministrations of this place, eh? But things do change, Peter. We now have a third connection. Look at this doctor's report. Some northern chap called Meredith. He was the local GP up there. Both Squire and Dawson had to be restrained, claiming they'd seen monsters.
Nothing unusual in that. After all, the Glasshouse was set up for people like that. And Unit, for one, keeps us in customers.
But few of them came to you, eh? Well, that's going to change. Our ladies from Derbyshire suddenly became accomplished amateur artists overnight. Began drawing pictures on walls, doors, anything they could get a hold of.
Formal, abstract, or symbolist?
Oh, very symbolist. Ever been to Lisseau? No, neither have these two, but they've been doing passable imitations of those French cave paintings ever since they had their experiences. And you've just gained your first one of the year. Our policewoman from Sussex is scribbling mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and something far more interesting all over the inside of her secure unit in the Hastings Hospital. Seen one of these before?
No. What the devil is it?
That's what was in the caves in Wenley Moor. That's what drove our ladies round the bend, and that's what released a previously unknown plague into Britain, killing 38 people. And that's what cost the research centre and unit a combined total of 29 lives.
But what physically is it?
A reptile man. In his report, Unit SA refers to them as homo reptilia, or Silurians. Frankly, they're bug-eyed monsters as far as I'm concerned. Unit did their bloody job right for once and blew them all up. Or so we thought, until WPC Barbara Redworth began sketching this. They're back, Peter, and this time we don't want them blown up. This time we want them alive, and WPC Barbara Redworth is going to lead us to them. You, my boy, and your team are stopping whatever you're doing and taking this on right now. I want this woman probed, analysed, debriefed, and pumped with truth serum until she tells us everything we need to know. I want one of these creatures alive and well, and prepared to blow this government and its cover-ups, top-secret units, and covert military missions apart, if I can discredit that pompous-arse Lethbridge Stewart and the rest of his C-19 cronies, so much the better.
Ah, come here, Kate. You, Tiger, are getting heavier every day. Or I'm getting older.
No, Daddy. Mummy says it's because you don't spend any of your time with us, and I change and you never see it.
Quite. Be careful what you repeat around other people, young lady. Yes, good evening, darling.
Evening.
Daddy, look what Miss Marshall showed us how to make today.
I say, what a lovely sunflower. You've done a remarkable job on these petals. Did you do the cutting out all by yourself?
I did, Daddy. I tried showing it to Mummy, but she said to show it to you. She said that if I did, you might remember we're here, or something. What did she mean, Daddy?
Did she indeed? Listen, Tiger, I'm going to go upstairs to get changed out of my office clothes. Now, why don't you help Mummy get the dinner?
We had dinner.
Oh? When?
Ages ago. Daddy, are you all right?
Tell you what, Tiger, do you remember that bear we won the other week at the Christmas fair? The other week, nearly 4 months ago at least.
Aloysius?
That's the chap. How about you go and get him and we'll see if we can find some biscuits for him, eh? Give me 5 minutes, Tiger, and I'll come and find you both, all right?
Daddy, are you sleeping in here tonight? You haven't in ages, and you promised you would.
I'm sorry, Tiger. I wish I knew. Sometimes I wish I could just tell you both.
Alistair, there's a Mrs. Hawke on the telephone for you. She says she's from the office.
Doctor, come with us.
Yes. Well, leave me there then. Hey, you there. Yes, you, cleaner. Get me some disinfectant and a mop. There's a mess in here.
Sorry, Doctor. Yes, I shall collect it now. If they're going to the operating theater, why are they heading to the wards? Dang, they got away. I've got no time to lose. You know those two nurses you saw earlier?
I see a lot of nurses, love.
Yes, well, let's try not to be obtuse, shall we? You know which nurses I'm talking about. We both thought they looked odd. Wait, you cleared your patients quickly, didn't you? 10 minutes ago, this place was swarming.
You were a few minutes back, weren't you? Did you fill an admission form?
I'm not a patient. I'm, a visitor. Jenna Kristen. Seeing a patient.
Oh. And, which patient would that be?
I'm flying over from Holland. I am here to visiting my cousin, policewoman. She was hurted in small marshes.
And her name? Oh, get back!
Is that the other receptionist under there? In case of emergencies. If I swap it with mine and wipe off the fingerprints, it'll appear as if she was shot. Good. Something is wrong out here. My car! They must know who I am and which car is mine. Very good. A professional job. I better get out of here and catch a train.
Sorry to interrupt, Doctor, but... Oh. Hello. You in the laboratory? Can I help you?
Is Elizabeth Shaw there, please?
Not at the moment. May I take a message for her? You must remember to tell Dr. Shaw that her father, or someone, rang for her.
Look, I'm very sorry, sir, but this is a police matter, and not one for civilians, no matter how well-intentioned.
If we could talk privately, Sergeant, I'm sure I could persuade...
We are talking in private, Mr...
A doctor, actually. How about in that interview room over there, where it's just the two of us, Here you are. All the identity and authorization I should need.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I've never heard of this unit. What exactly do they do?
Save lives, mostly.
They're sort of medical, then. Bob Lines here. Pat, I know it's late, but could you pop a pot of tea down to interview room 2, please?
I really don't have time for tea, Sergeant. There are things going on in small marshes that need investigating.
Right you are, Doctor. But right now, you say you're driven all the way from London with some information about what happened to WPC Redworth. Milk and sugar?
3, please.
Now, Doctor, let's start at the beginning. Who exactly are you? Why are you here? What do you know about what's happened? Why should I be interested in your wee unit setup?
Well, that's a little difficult to explain, Sergeant. Unit is attached to a government, and as such comes under the Official Secrets Act. However, I can tell you that I am here because of the circumstances of WPC Redworth's injuries. We received a report that made me believe a visit was necessary. I'm sorry. What was the other question?
Oh, just who are you? However, I've no doubt that the answer to that is shrouded by the Official Secrets Act as well.
Well, you'll just have to trust me, Sergeant. I'm on the side of the angels.
All right, Doctor. But this is against my better judgment. Barbara Redworth was last seen healthy at 15:45 this afternoon. We had been sent, along with the Hastings division where she was based, to investigate the death of a DAO on the cliff top.
DOA? Dead on arrival?
No, DAO is vernacular for down and out. We knew the deceased as Josie, but it turns out he was once a film star named Justin Grayson. His cause of death hasn't been certified yet. WPC Redworth was seen by one of my colleagues entering the derelict Seaview cottage. She didn't come out. A couple of my lads raised the alarm, and she was found hunched upstairs drawing pictures on the wall. No one could get any sense out of her. I understand from the ambulance crew that she became quite aggressive when they took her out the house.
Had she been attacked? Was she injured in any way?
Well, hell, I can't answer that, Doctor. I'm not a... doctor.
All right, that's the official line. What's your opinion?
Now, this is off the record, Doctor, yeah? I need to ask you not to use my opinions as facts in any way. In fact, I'd rather you forgot I ever gave them.
Yes, quite.
She may have been attacked. I'm confident Redworth wasn't sexually assaulted. When I saw her in the ambulance, her clothes were dirty and wet.
I'm sorry, wet?
Yes, wet. She was found huddled in a filthy bathroom, next to a bath full of murky, stale water. A lot of it had got splashed onto her as well as the floor. To be frank, I wondered if she caught something contagious from the water.
That would be a very fast reaction if she did. No waterborne disease could cause such an immediate effect, to my knowledge at least.
Well, the ambulance men agree with you as it happens. Anyway, after that she was shipped off to Hastings General Hospital. I will hear more in the morning.
Right, let's go then.
Where? The hospital? It's far too late in the evening.
Good grief, I don't want to go to the hospital. No, I want you to take me to this Seaview cottage. I presume you're sure that her assailant, if there is one, has gone.
They searched the place from top to bottom. No one there at all. If it wasn't for the bruising on her face, which the ambulance men were adamant had come from a heavy blow, would have assumed she'd had, well, a breakdown of sorts.
The bag she picked up, where is it?
Oh, Hastings, I presume. Shall I get it sent over?
Yes, please. Now, about this cottage.
Now hold on, Doctor. It's nearly midnight. Now I'm happy to help you, but not tonight. It's dark, we're all tired, and that building is so dilapidated. It's a death trap. There's no light, heating, or even power lines to jury rig anything onto. First thing tomorrow, I'll meet you here, and we'll go up with a couple of the boys. But not tonight.
You are absolutely correct, Sergeant. I'll see you here at 7:30?
7:30 it is. Can I ask one question, Doctor?
Be my guest.
How did you, or the mysterious unit, find out about this?
Your police photographer, I presume. Someone had the good sense to pass them to a higher authority, who passed them on to Unit and me. Take a look at these photographs.
These weren't taken by a police photographer. Joe from Hastings photographed the corpse, but he'd gone by the time Redworth was found.
I'm sure it doesn't matter. I'll see you tomorrow morning, Sergeant. Thank you for all your help.
Who was that, Sarge?
I've no idea, Pat. But I'll tell you this. I've had some nutters come into this neck with wild and probable stories in my time, but no one's ever been as convincing or direct as him. I have no clue who he is, but I'm going to help him, because I think he knows more than we do about what's going on here.
You mean he knows what's going on?
Yep. He just hasn't got the questions.
Wait until 7:30, my foot. Now, where is that torch? Aha! Melted metal. Definitely the work of Silurians. A cellar. Plenty of things one can hide in a cellar. Bolted from the inside, perhaps. A dry, sandy tunnel? Perhaps this is an old smuggler's route, like that one in Cornwall. Hello? Hello? I want to help. I know who you are, and... I want to help you all!
Ape vermin, you will all be wiped out!